You go back home, Nina. Instead of responding verbally, Nina simply tightens her grasp on my hand. She must be telling me not to go. The chaos hasn't yet reached the residential district by the looks of it. She should be safe for the moment if she takes refuge at home. Though, please understand I have to go. Goes without saying, right? It's my fault that it's come to this. What?
ガーランド枢機卿の娘ネオアバロンのリーダーねえどうしてそんな人たちと一緒にいたの
What's Lina saying? What's she angry about?
言ったよね私世界を救うって言ったよねセツナ信じてくれるって
I did indeed say that. Not lightly either, I believed her with all my heart.
なのに
The tension eases from Nina's hand, which drops to her side.
嘘だったの
Her voice sends a chill up my spine. It wasn't. I was just trying to help out my own way. Is that true?
ねえまた嘘をつくの
I couldn't just leave those two alone, you see. Is that really true?
どうして嘘ばっかりつくの
I wanted to change too. I wanted to do something too. That's another lie, right? There must be a part of me that's afraid to believe in her. Because I know that belief on its own is meaningless. Because I know from experience that what it's like to be powerless, unable to live up to someone's beliefs. Because there is no way I could believe that. That those bits of junk could save the world. It was too much. Those blueprints that were passed down to you from your mother was too much for me to bear. You don't even know what they're for. Her words, her trusting gaze, everything. Anyone who'd believe that would be out of their mind. It was just too much. That's why I went to them to change the island.
ひどいよセツナ
Oof.
私にはセツナだけだったのに
See, that's the thing. I've always felt small compared to you. You're not the only one for me.
セツナを助けたの私だよ
I have someone else who's dearer to me.
セツナの家族は私だよ
And no one compares to her. Not you, Sarinkara, or anyone else.
秘密を話したのも工房を見せたのもセツナが初めてだよ
Everyone is nothing next to her. Then why are you still...
好きになったのもセツナが初めてなんだよ
Why are you still trying to compare to them? It's useless. You'll never surpass her in any way.
なのに全部嘘だったの
Lies? What are you talking about? Aren't you the liar here?
私嘘なんてついてないもん
Then when are you going to save everyone? Whew. Those words come spilling from my mouth before I even realize it. The world's been holding back all this time. Also, hello, Spear. The words I must never speak. I told you, didn't I? I have someone I need to save. Nothing about me has changed. You told me you'd save her when you saved the world. I haven't grown at all since that day. So when are you going to do it? When are those bits of junk going to start working their magic? I've only been pretending to act a little more mature than I used to be.
そんなのわから
People who make promises they can't fulfill are called liars. If you can grant me my wish, I'll be your family. Heck, I'll be your lover if you want. I'll give you what's left of my life. But I can't stick around with a liar anymore. Oof. Having got that off my chest, I turned away from her. That was scary, looking at her in the face. I couldn't bear the look she was giving me, those expressions of disappointment, of contempt. This is the kind of guy I am, you know that. Now.
セツナ
Now we're clear, you should go.
セツ
Go! Okay. Jeez. I see, if you aren't going to leave, then I will.
セツナ
I feel a warm touch on my right hand. Why? After all that's happened.
絶対話さないから
Why?
だって話したら絶対後悔するもん私
Seriously, why? After that, the two of us keep walking without uttering a single word to each other. Lina's hand maintains a firm hold, so much so that her nails are digging into my skin. Her hand on mine, the one that did nothing but claw at the water that fateful day. I suppose that's why I'm unable to forcefully shake myself free from her grip. If only she wasn't the one holding my hand. If only she wasn't the one by my side. I should fall to the depths of hell for having even such terrible thoughts. Surely I'd even repent if I went to hell. Speaking of which, that's pretty much where I am. In which case, I'll surely never change. Even here in the depths of hell, I'm still the same piece of crap. We finally arrive at Karin's specified, or actually it's like, I know it's not supposed to be pronounced Karen, whatever. Finally arrive at Karen's specified rendezvous point, but Karen's nowhere to be seen. There isn't even any evidence that someone visited recently, just the grave of a stranger standing atop the hill. The words she mutters pierce right into my heart. Well, I'm just as ignorant. I had no clue how to respond to a sudden confession of love after all, and from her of all people. Hey Lina, I'd be super grateful if you'd let go of my hand now.
Yeah.
I'm even more clueless as to why she's like this despite all the abusive language I hurled at her. Does it mean she's not giving up? On an asshole like me, why is she going that far from me? But it's useless, Lina. My heart is and will forever be stuck in the past. Ugh. Stunned by a sudden burst of light, I reflexively tighten my grip on Lina's hand. At the same time, I realize it's coming from a flashlight, the kind that guards use. Okay. A voice. Karin, you're alright. Karin curiously ogles our hands, which are tightly fastened to each other. Lina forcefully throws my hand away and turns from us. What's that about? Not that I mind, since she's finally let go, thank goodness. Never mind that now. What about the other kids? Arrested. I thought there were guns, so hopefully everything's okay. Sorry, it's all my fault. Power cut. Karin and the gang were planning to throw the guards off with the smoke screen, but they themselves ended up being thrown off by the power cut and lost their chance to get away. Is that what happened? Did your plan get leaked? Then why did the power cut happen when it did? What crazy timing that must have been then. What? It reminds me, the nun who called Sara to the church said something. She said that the cardinal had been attacked by an intruder. So they're after the cardinal's life from the start. How's Sara, and what about her father's condition? Karin says the following words through gritted teeth. Not just yet. There's Sara at the church. She's a friend of ours. She should protect the children who've been arrested. What? Why? Sara wouldn't. But I can't bring myself to say it out loud.
これがあなたたちの計画なのですか？これがあなたたちのやり方なのですか？
I'm sure a good explanation would fix Sada's misunderstanding, though there's nothing we can do now that it's no longer a possibility.
あいつに関わったのが間違いだったんだ。サラ・ガーランドに関わっちまったのがな。
In which case, it's my responsibility to get us out of this mess I created. I was the one who brought Karin and Sada together.
こうなったらアジトも危ねえな。ったく早いとこ別の寝床を探さねえと。じゃあな、話はそんだけだ。
What?
ネオ・アバロンは壊滅。つまりあんたとの協力関係も消滅だ。
I forget what the deal was. What do you plan to do from now on?
どうもこうもねえよ。たった一人で何ができるってんだよ。私のやることはただ生き延びることだけだ。
I'm powerless to say anything more to Karin. I took everything away from her.
待って、
A voice cut through the silence.
私知ってるよ。絶対に教会に見つからない場所。
It would probably be her workplace or whatever. Her workshop.
おい、どこに連れてくつもりだ。もう少しだから我慢して。罠だったら承知しねえからな。
Who? Might not coming to a stop like that. You're holding up traffic here.
ケツに顔突っ込みながら喋んじゃねえ。
This game, man. I just have to copy this line. The three of us make our way single file along the narrow tunnel. Karin catches her breath and takes a look around. Makes sense. I was surprised too when I first came here.
まあ、ここって。
Yeah, this is Nina's workshop. But just then, Nina cuts me off.
世界を救うための場所だよ。
Softly spoken, but full of resolve. As if she wouldn't let anyone say otherwise. That's fine, I suppose.
世界を？そう。世界中のみんなを幸せにするの。前にも似たようなこと言ってたな。別に信じなくていいよ。信じる方がどうかしてるし。
Nina flashes a glance in my direction. That's fine, I suppose.
しばらくここ使って。私たちしか知らない場所だから安全だよ。ただし。
My voice suddenly takes an icy tone.
邪魔はしないで。
With that, Nina turns returns to her junk heap. Geez, she's one hell of a character. But I only spoke the truth. There's no way that Karin would believe that after being shown this junkyard of a workshop.
リンネ。やっぱりあのリンネなのか。
Huh?
なあリンネ。私にも手伝わせてくれねえか。何？邪魔はしねえよ。もし私にできることがあったらで構わねえ。じゃあ外に行って足りないパーツ探してきてくれる？外？
Hey, Karin, it's dangerous to go alone. I hastily chase after Karin, upon which... Knock. Knock. I feel a dazzling light sear my corneas.
おいおい。外ってもしかして。
Yes. The scene unfolding before us is that of startlingly white, snowy plains.
アイランドの外かよ。
A perfectly clear blue sky, and on the ground sheets of snow, glittering like jewels, are embedded within. The vivid contrast is making my eyes well up. So this is what it's like outside during the day. I'd completely forgotten, having only come here at night since I've arrived. I'd forgotten that the world could be so full of light. That the world could be so beautiful.
あったかい。
Karin mutters as she reaches out with her open palm in the sunlight, almost as if she's trying to catch the rays pouring down from the sky. Nina told me that Setsuna discovered this, a passage that connects the island to the outside. The door into summer. I wonder if Setsuna believed that the summer lay on the other side of that door. That there's a utopia behind these snowy plains.
なあなあ、あの丘の向こうはどうなってんだ？
No idea.
はあ？行ったことねえのかよ。
Nope. We don't have much food or equipment. It would be a suicide mission to go out there. It may be warm now, but come nightfall it'll turn bitingly cold and we won't be able to see much either. And we never know when there might be a snowstorm like yesterday's.
ったく、せっかく外に出られたってのに何もできねえのかよ。
Just because we're outside the island doesn't mean anything's changed. We're trapped wherever we go, in this dollhouse we call our world. I shuffle around in the snow looking for usable parts and tossing them into my rucksack, like always. What's different though is that Karin's the one beside me, not Rinne. And Karin, well...
だよ、この雪ってのは冷たすぎだろ。
she's been grumbling about the temperature for a while now.
休憩だ休憩。もう手が限界だ。
Karin plops down on the snow, removes both of her gloves, and warms her hands with her breath.
ケツにも染みてきやがった。はあ、こりゃ確かに遠出はつれえな。
But I can tell from her expressions that she's having fun too. She's like a dog frolicking in the snow for the first time, though Karin would be mad at me if I said that. Hey Karin, why did you decide to help Rinne?
別に寝床を貸してくれた礼だよ。他にやることもねえしな。
Rinne saved me too, but in the end I couldn't bring myself to believe her. I mean, saving the world is such a gargantuan task.
それに、あいつは本当に救っちまうかもしれねえしな。
What?
姉貴から聞いたことがあるんだよ。
Karin breathes out a puff of white before speaking again.
私を身ごもったおふくろがさ、教会に直訴に行ったらしいんだ。札の発行が終わるその日にさ。きっとみんな同じこと考えてたんだろうな。教会の前には臨月の妊婦がたくさん詰めかけてたらしい。
They must have been begging for their children to receive a collar, for the suspension to be delayed by just one more day. But considering that Karin's are collarless, it's clear what had happened. The mother's pleas did not reach the church.
その時、札の発行が終わるその瞬間だ。その中の妊婦の一人が
Whoa!
突然刃物を取り出して振りかざした。取り押さえようとした衛兵は、だけど次の瞬間、誰も動けなくなった。妊婦はその刃物で自分の腹をかっさばいたんだ。
What?
その妊婦は
Oh my fucking god.
取り出した赤ん坊を抱えて
Whoa! Whoa!
最後に一言こう言って息絶えた。この子は成人の生まれ変わりだって。
I'd like to not... I'd like to get that, like, visual out of my mind. What the fuck? Oh wait, was that baby?
ああ、最後に発行された札に刻まれた名前は
Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? There's no doubt about it. Nina herself had said before that hers was the last collar to be issued.
私はさ、目に見えねえもんは信じねえ主義だ。
What the hell?
あいつのおふくろは、あいつを生かすために出任せ行ったんだと思う。私がカレンなのも、おふくろがその光景を見ちまったからなんだろうな。正直、私にはこの名前は重すぎたよ。
I don't get it. I don't really get it. I don't get it. Why would that... Why? I don't get it. I don't know. Oh well.
けどあいつは、リンネってやつは、今もたった一人で世界を救うなんてバカみてえな夢を信じてる。まるでおとぎ話に出てくるリンネみたいにな。だったら信じてみるのも面白いだろ。あいつがこのクソみたいな世界をマジで救っちまうってさ。
I have no response to that. It's not like I don't believe her. Saying I'm unable to was just an excuse. The only thing I wanted to deny was
好きになったのもせつなが初めてなんだよ。
just that one statement. Okay. A booming voice greets us the moment we walk through the door.
まったくお前らと来たらこんな時にどこをうろついとったんだ。
それはね、
うるさい、言い訳をするな。
He's his unreasonable self, alright. No, Nervin. There was a sudden power cut after we went to collect the rations. We got lost on the way back.
停電だ。何ふざけたことを言っておる。
Well, you might not know being cooped up at home all day, but there was a power cut.
クーデターが起きとる時に停電も何も関係あるか。
There was a coup?
まさか一斉放送を聞いておらんのか。
Hang on a sec, what's this about?
ガーランド枢機卿が教会で襲撃に
I'd passed away, you fucking
逝去さ
shitting
れ
me?
たそうだ。
Are you shitting me, dude? Oh. Huh? Sada's father is dead?
クーデターってつまり
Within
教
the
会の内輪
church?
もめってことだよね。
だが首謀者はすでに捕まり今夜にも処刑されるとのことだ。あとは逃亡した実行犯が捕まればこの騒ぎも落ち着くだろ
What?
そっか、よかった。
Executed? Bruh. Executed though? Huh? In that case, Sada was nothing to worry about for now, so in the end we were just being played by the church leaders in their political power struggle, huh?
あ、そうだ。実は配給受け取る前に騒ぎが起きちゃって。
う。そんなものはどうだっていい。お前が無事な
Oh.
らそれでいいんだ。
ごめん、心配かけて。
まったくだ。このバカ孫めが。
We went to bed at night after Nervin gave us a good long lecture. He was just as sharp-tongued as usual, but for some reason he didn't seem quite so scary today. Perhaps that's because Nina simply hung her head and remained silent as Nervin ranted away. Sorry. I uttered that word without a thought, buried under the covers.
何が？
Another voice speaks from under the same blanket. She's not changed despite what had happened. It's scary how normal she's acting. There's just that problem. Forgetting you wrapped up in that mess. I can't keep running away from it.
私はせつなについていくよ。どこに行こうと、何しようとね。
Nina's words hurt. They strike deep into my heart, causing me unbearable pain. I wonder when I started feeling this way. Until very recently, those words have saved me, driven me, guided me. But I must have ended relying on those flattering words at some point. My chest is aching because my spirit is weak.
私こそ
What?
さっきはごめんね。信じてくれなくても平気。せつながいてくれるだけで十分。
I wonder if she realizes that this isn't a proper relationship, that this is the only time she'd be able to say that. Humans are greedy creatures. We get tired of the little joy we have, then start to covet more. Never feeling satisfied. When did it start?
何が？
When did you start having feelings for a guy like me?
雪の上でせつなが
Bruh.
倒れてるのを見つけた時からだよ。
You're trying to say it's fate or something? Please, I'm sick and tired of that stuff
あの
now.
時ね、私迷子になってたの。いつもみたいにパーツ探しをして工房に帰ってきたらポシェットの口が開いてて CD がなくなってて、慌てて外を探したんだけどなかなか見つからなくて、それでいつもより遠くまで来ちゃってたの。ようやく CD を見つけた時には帰り道もわからなくなっちゃった。ここで死ぬんだなって思ってた。世界を救うなんてそんなのは嘘で、私はただのバカな女の子でデタラメを信じちゃったから死ぬんだって。 その時どこかから私の名前を呼ぶ声が聞こえてきたの。リンネって。
That's how we met. The beginning of our falsified destiny.
声に向かって歩いていったらあなたが倒れてた。それでね、思ったの。私はこの人と出会うために生まれてきたんだって。だからこんなところで死ぬわけない、こんなところで死んじゃいけないって。
It's a ludicrous train of thought, but I have enough reason to believe her story, since I did indeed say it. Rinne.
だからね、セツナがいてくれるだけで私は信じられるの。
Hello, Emeline. Sogui. Sugoi. Can you tell me if my mic still works so it doesn't do the dumb thing where it goes really, really low pitched? Because I wanted to check that myself, but now I have someone here. You're wrong, Nina. You've really gotten the wrong idea. Oh, Spirit's here too, I forget. That's the mistake she made with me last time. You're wrong. But I can't bring myself to dissuade her from her misconception.
セツナはね、信じなくていいの。だって私が信じてるから。私とセツナがここにいることには意味があるってね。
I'm sure I must have unconsciously hoped for that too, even if I know in my mind that stuff like that doesn't exist. Deep down I must have been longing for someone who was born to meet me. After checking that her breathing had settled into a peaceful rhythm of sleep, I slowly get out of bed. I'm painfully aware of how she feels. That's because I used to feel that way myself. Wait, that's not true. Who I am has essentially remained the same since then. Nothing about me has changed. I haven't grown at all, but now I have a responsibility towards all the people I've dragged into my mess. Sorry, Rina. Did I just pronounce it non-Japanese? Sorry, Rina. I'll be back real soon. As I give Nina a gentle pat on the head, I sense for a fleeting moment some loneliness in her expression. Also, where am I going? We had some sugar left, if I remember correctly. Oh, and everyone just had some jerky hidden in there, like greedy old man. Heap stick of jerky and bag of sugar in hand. I turn around. Got it wrong. It's just excuses won't make any difference. Sorry, I need it. I'm sorry, I need it. What should I do? I have nothing to say in response. All I keep doing is depend on other people, emotionally on Nina and financially on Irvin. Hmm? This man knows. Please let it slide just for today. There's not a scrap of food in that workshop. Karen should be feeling hungry right about now. I'll go down to the 4th stratum and look there. There might be some food left at Karin's old hideout. The hard part is whether I'll be able to get there without being spotted. Oops. And then... I'll deal with that when the time comes. The time must have come for me to leave this house. No, I already knew I would end up causing trouble when I decided to get involved with Sara and Karin, though... That's right, Rinne. I bet she'd realize if I'm not around, she'd realize the truth that her being born doesn't have any meaning. It's something people should learn once they've reached adulthood. It's not something she should come to terms with now. She's chasing after her naive, childlike dreams all on her own.
とっとと持っていくがいい。リンネが起きてきたらどうする？
Are you sure?
非常時に使うから非常食と言うんだ。
Thanks, I'll pay you back.
ただし今度ビールをおごれよ。
Okay, yeah, sure thing. I stuff the food into my rucksack and head over to the door. Then behind me, I catch the sound of a cup being filled with beer.
わしも大概他人に甘い男だな。
I think it's more accurate to say that he's soft on family, not other people. Don't mean mean, of course, but Nervan's one and only family, Dine. Nervan's too soft on Dine, and I'm sure the reason of that is... Hey Nervan, about the reason Dina's mom died. I stop. I'm not sure if it's my place as an outsider to say anything on that topic, but it seems like Nervan's got the gist of what I was about to say anyway.
誰から聞いた？
So it's true.
まあいい。リンネにだけは言うなよ。
That is a pretty awful thing.
母がこう思うのは当然のことだ。
And Reverend missed it.
男のわしらにはわからん話だがな。
Don't want to have that image in my head anymore. Ugh. The sigh coming from behind me is soft, but full of anguish. Like he's cursing his own powerlessness. I wish OBS would just give me a loud warning if it disconnected, because that would tell me. That would be really nice. I advanced through the alleyways, guided by the lamplight. Now I'm super... like... on edge, checking over every 2 seconds, paranoid. One wrong turn and I'd lose my way, so naturally I slow down. I've been able to find my way around without getting lost because I had Nina to guide me. I didn't know how I'd feel this... didn't know I'd feel this helpless and alone on my own. I could swear I saw a flickering light just now.
なんだってこんな時間に見回りなんて。仕方ないさ。大司教様のご命令だ。
I hide myself in a back alleyway and blow up my lamp with a puff.
しかし考えてもみろ。身を隠すなら第4層だろ。わかったわかった。そろそろ切り上げよう。
Uh-oh. The footsteps of the two men draw closer. Seems like they're church guards, judging by their conversation. I wonder if they're looking for Karin. Or maybe the person behind the coup d'etat? I don't even know how to pronounce that in English.
名前はわからないのか？しらみつぶしに探すより認識票の発行記録から洗った方が早い。
I have a feeling they're gonna say the name and I know what it is.
どうやら刹那というやつだし。
What? No, 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 no.
よりによって成人の名前か。名字は？それが結局吐かなかったらしい。
Her. I'm the one these guys are looking for? But why? That's what I want to know.
にはまだ信じられないよ。あの子が無
Is
本
this a setup or something?
だが食料庫には侵入された形跡があった。
That girl.
食料庫に入れるのはリフトの免許を持った。まあ残念だがそういうこと
No.
最近の若い子はわからんな。まさか自分の父親を殺すなんてな。
She was out there. So they're talking about Sada for sure, but she was out there. And they did mention that they were going to be executing the person tonight, which is not good. All that's left is my heartbeat ringing like an alarm in my ears. What's going on? What's going to happen to this island from here on out? Nerva mentioned that the conspirator had already been arrested and that the perpetrator was currently on the run, and that the former was going to be executed tonight. And if they're looking for me, the perpetrator, oh no, Sada's in danger. Yeah. But what about Karin then? Oh jeez. Bollocks moment. Yes. Memories of the anime are coming back, but I won't. Off in the distance, I sense an unusually fervent atmosphere bubbling up. The square is absolutely swarming with people. Each person is gripping a torch in hand, and the crimson-dyed ceiling almost looks like sunset. Peering through the crowd, I catch a glimpse of a colossal wooden stake in the center of the plaza. Tied to it is none other than Sara. Are you fucking shitting me? Can I show this on screen? What the hell? Jesus fucking Christ. Sara! I should be shouting. Sara! I call out to her, but my voice is drowned out by the roar of the crowd. Traitor! Murderer! Witch! None of these words are fit to describe Sara. She wasn't even there when it happened. Damn it, let me through! Let me through! Let me in! Shoving people out of the way, I cut through the crowd, but the mob blocked my way and I don't quite manage. Hey you! I grab an elderly man beside me and pull him by the lapel. My arm accidentally gets burned by some sparks from his torch, but I don't give a crap about that. Answer me, what on earth is this? What? Is it a... Was this a setup for... She didn't do anything. Don't screw with me. We're not saying... You're not saying Sara did it, are you?
5年前もアバロンの手先として教会の転覆を図っていた。
You're wrong. Sara did have ties to Avalon, but her goal wasn't to overthrow the church.
その後も日頃から食料庫に侵入を繰り返し、配給用の食料を盗み出していたそうだ。
You're wrong.
配給制を崩壊させるために。
Sara only did that to give her a share of food to the starving
そ
children.
してその事実を隠蔽するため、札なしどもと手を組んでガーランド枢機卿を殺した。
You're wrong. Sara was in the plaza at the time when we heard the gunshot. She was with us.
実行犯はセツナという男だ。サラ・ガーランドはセツナを手引きして教会に招き入れた。
You're wrong, Setsuna. Setsuna died 5 years ago. He was killed by the church, no less.
聖典にあった通りだ。セツナをたぶらかし、アバロンへと導いた魔女、サラ・ガーランドは魔女の生まれ変わりだったんだ。
The witch. And you're saying there's proof. The elderly man lets out a strangled yelp, and his gaze is directed at my collar. Shit. it says Setsuna on the collar. Fuck me. I hastily let go of him, but it's already too late. No sooner do I notice the human tidal wave roll in, I'm completely surrounded by guards. The muzzles of countless guns render me immobile. Holy shit. One of the guards among them approaches, keeping his gun trained on me. It's a face I know well, Captain Harris. Do I know them? Have I seen him before? Why does it come to this, Setsuna-kun? I can easily imagine him saying something cool like that, going by his expression. Well, well, this is not looking great. Hey, Sara, I came to rescue you. Hopefully we're still above the fire, I think. Why are her clothes all ripped up, though? It's true that I came to save you, I'm just a little tied up, that's all. I'm sorry. Both of our arms are tightly bound and our feet left dangling. Crowds gather around, torches in hand. Even the gun-toting guards are staring at us excitedly. Is that just shaman girl? Whatever. The stench of kerosene is wafting up from the stack of firewood at our feet. Their plan is to burn us to death, most likely. Like witches. Truth be told, we need a miracle to get us out of this. If only there's another way to escape. There's still time. We have to clear their misunderstandings, Sara. It's not true. I'm sure they'd understand if we just... There isn't a hint of anger in her voice. I love how this is also kind of a... almost going back to the other island where indeed there was fire at the shrine. But you couldn't... you didn't kill your father, right? So you get if there isn't actually laws in this country, like what do you call it? Like there isn't I don't even know what to call this. I don't know, whatever. There's no courts and judges and laws and stuff. They just because Place is so small. The truth, the church says what is true or not. What do you
ご覧く
mean?
ださい。ここに集まっている人々を。
As I do as she instructs and scan the area, I find that only the people inside are the elderly looking up and hurling insults at us. Why are they all so
かつ
old?
てのアイランドは今とは比べ物にならないほど貧困にあえいでいたそうです。しかし父の代で配給制が敷かれたことでようやく安定した生活が保障されるようになりました。
In other words, this is a generation that has benefited from it up till now.
そして同時に
Sada's voice lowers a
子供
fraction.
たちへの認識票の発行停止を求めてきた世代でもあります。
But why? What?
父はそんな彼らの声に応えました。ただし決して彼らの言いなりになったわけではありません。認識票の発行を取りやめたのは彼らのためではなく、限りある食料を温存し未来へとつなぐためです。その代償として若い世代からの支持を失うことになりましたが、
That's precisely why Sada's presence is so important. The church has barely managed to hold on to the younger generation with Sada as a go-between. Never mentioned it before, the island would fall to ruin if anything were to happen to Sada. The same could also be said if her father were to die. It's impossible for Sada to govern the island on her own.
首謀者はおそらく大司教のうちの誰かでしょう。ここにいる彼らもうすうすが気づいているはずです。
You have an idea who the real criminal is?
で
Then
すが彼らにとって事実を追求して教会が内側から瓦解してしまうのは都合が悪いんです。彼らは父が確立した配給制に依存しきっていますから。なので父のやり方に反発した私の仕業ということにしたいのでしょう。もはや教会にとってお荷物でしかない私の。これでお分かりいただけましたでしょうか。彼らの説得は不可能だということを。
sorry, I don't get this at all. They would turn their backs on the truth in front of them to protect their own interests? I don't get how anyone could think like that rationally, not at all. But I do know one thing. What it boils down to is that you're fine with them making you their scapegoat?
一言で言えばそういうことです。
So, Sada is content to have her crimes pinned on her in order to protect the island and everything her father had built. Then, would you mind taking the blame for something else as well? What's MC thinking of? All around are withered old pensioners spouting profanities at us. Hey, Lina. Did you mean to say these wretched people are worth saving too? I don't think they are. People like them should simply be cursed. Yeah, it's true. It's just as you people say. Sada Garland, the woman before you is a witch.
刹那さん、
Okay, well,
何を。
kill Sada, and the witch's curse shall be cast upon you. Your sons and their sons will come to be cursed for all eternity. Do you still want to kill her now, huh? Answer me. At the end of the day, these people are just trying to make Sada the villain to save their own skin. They're not prepared to kill her.
惑わされるな。この女にそんな力はない。
そうだそうだ、証拠を見せろ、証拠を。
They're asking for proof at a time like this. They're the ones who strung her up without any proof on their own. The evidence you seek is right before you. See that stone coffin over there? What? The stone coffin that sealed the witch away long ago. The Pandora's box which must never be opened. Open it and see. There is nothing to be afraid of. It's empty inside. Because the witch is right here. Is he just bluffing or something? The old folk who'd been so stumped with energy now look quizzically at each other. Their faces half doubtful, half scared. What's wrong? You lock and kill a girl, but you're scared to look at a witch's corpse?
刹那さん、そんな風に煽って本当に開けられてしまったら。
Don't worry, Sara. There's never been anything inside, I think. If it turns out there's something inside, then I'll apologize and reach the other side. A few strong seniors gather around the casket and put their hands on the lid. The casket, which is like, again, the same kind of thing as in the other island. It's like, no way something like that exists. A coffin which must never be opened. Surely that must that was just an excuse by our forebears to hide the fact that it's empty to begin with.
開くぞ
Clunk. The lid falls to the ground with a heavy thud. One of the elders illuminates the inside of this sarcophagus with his torch. See? It's empty.
知ってらしたのですか
Nope. Just had a feeling. Want to believe I'm capable of that. Some power to see what others can't. A power which can that surpasses human knowledge. But no such thing exists. I wasn't able to find what I was looking for in this world. All I've seen are foolish people, only capable of repeating the same actions over and over. The witch has been resurrected! It's Sarah Garland. That's why they can be tricked time after time. A curse will befall the one who kills Sarah. The curse of death. That's why they'll continue to suffer for eternity. So, who wants to die first? Is it you? Or you? Hey Lena, this world is beyond saving. There's no hope for it. In that case, there's only one thing a guy hopeless as me can do, and that's to try my best to save the person beside me.
何をしている殺せ魔女が災いをもたらす前にアイランドを守るのだ
One of the men brandishes his torch and barks orders. He's wearing robes. Is he part of the church? His terrified tone of voice seems to have the opposite effect, however. The crowds rush out of the plaza like a crashing wave.
おい早くこの騒ぎを鎮め
The man gets jostled around by the waves, his feet in a tangle. The next moment, he drops his torch and is swallowed by its flames, suddenly turned to a burning effigy. What the heck?
仙台司教
You know him?
父の古い友人で
But Sada's reply is cut short.
私はただアイランドを
Seemingly possessed by some specter, the man extends his arm towards Sada. Its burning arm engulfed in flames.
サラお前とその男からおい
Sada twists her body in an effort to escape his reach, but before he can touch her,
守るために
he flops to the ground, his strength depleted. A friend, huh? Doesn't look much like one now, does he? Whatever, he's dead now, and the dead don't speak. What the fuck? All traces of him disappear before I know it, and the square falls quiet once more. What the fuck? My eyes are going numb. How should I deal with this? I instinctively glance down at our feet. Bruh, the burning man has spread the flames to the stack of firewood beneath. The wood splits open with a loud crack, and the pyre lurches to one side. Sada contorts herself to avoid the fire, but it's a meaningless struggle. The blaze burns even stronger, and its flames licking the wooden surface as it climbs. Its flames looking. Can't speak. Its flames licking the wooden surface as it climbs upward. Hot air and smoke fill my lungs. I can't even breathe anymore. Crack, crack. That awful sound is getting more frequent. The sound of the heat penetrating the timber. Sarah, kick as hard as you can. It's going to collapse.
でもそんなことしたら
Tossing ourselves into the fire is better than slowly burning
わ
alive.
かりました
Whew. Right, let's kick on 3. 1, 2. The stake leans over even more, lowering us down. Again, 1, 2. The flying embers sear our clothes, hair, and skin. Bit more to go. 1, 2. I swing away and slam against the pillar. Gravity frees us in an instant. It's strange, but my eyes are seeing things around me in slow motion. The burning stake cleaved in half and sweeping through the air. Sada and I tumbling perpetually downward. The sea of flames below waiting hungrily for us to fall into its red gaping mouth. After that, my mind is emptied of all thought. Sada! I untangle myself from the loosened rope and cradle Sada in my arms. Then as I bend forward, gah, searing heat or pain, I don't know which, shoots along my spine, causing my mind to go blank. Not now, can't go out cold yet. Not until I manage to keep her safe to the end.
刹那さん
Sada, you're okay?
なさい
Leave your apologies for later. Let's get out of here first. The whole area is ablaze. We'll be roasted alive if we don't make a quick escape.
私のことはどうかお気になさらずに
Sada, what on earth are you... What am I seeing right now? What's this? It's okay. I'll do something about this right away. Get the fuck out of here. Not sit there. However, I can't find the strength to move for some reason. Perhaps because I was stuck Struck on the
い
back.
いんです、せつなさん。これが私の宿命だったんです。
Destiny.
同じ過ちを繰り返しているんです。それはきっとこれからも変わらないでしょう。私がいなくなったこの世界でも。
Cut that crap. Isn't some destiny, or this isn't some destiny or whatever. I'm not going to let you die. You told me, remember? You said you stayed at the church because you believed there was something you could change. So why are you fine with dying
魔
here?
女の私が生き延びたところで何ができるというのでしょうか。
Get a hold of yourself. You're no witch. You're Sarah Garland, a normal
ただ
person.
の人間じゃダメなんですよ。
What?
聖典に残されているサラの伝説をご存知ですか。
Now's not the time to
か
be.
つて魔女のそしりを受けた幼いサラは古い礼
Yes,
拝
the
堂
story
に立てこも
that
り
we also heard in the other
自ら
island.
の身に火をつけたそうです。
The fire creeps closer to Sarah's feet. You're already in the middle of the fucking
炎は
whatever.
一晩中燃え続け礼拝堂は焼け落ちました。
But it was inside the coffin or whatever. The red hot flames continued to defile her pure white robes.
しかしサラは死にませんでした。
Goes further and further, swallowing her body whole.
サラは奇跡によって復活し身の潔白を証明したのです。
That's a lie. There's no miracle. Nothing that good exists in real
私
life.
はサラにはなれませんでした。誰かを救う力も導く力もありませんでした。
You're wrong. You're wrong, Sarah. Even the Sarah of legend was just a normal person. I doubt she was anything more than your average girl, the one who worries about how helpless she is. The same as you. You're Sarah, at least to me. Her role in the scriptures is that of a prophet. Sarah was assigned to Setsuna by God, then guided him to the holy land of Avalon.
私はあなたを導けましたでしょうか。私の言葉はあなたの救いになれましたでしょうか。
Yeah, of course. You saved me. You reached out a helping hand when my collar was about to be taken away. You guided me well. As someone who lost their lover and carried on regardless, looking for something you could do, you showed me the way.
よかった。
Her eyelids slowly droop. It's almost like she's falling asleep.
切なさ。
Yeah, what is it? I bring my face to her lips. It's almost like we're about to share a
アイ
kiss.
ランド、この世界をよろしくお願いします。
Those were her dying words. Sarah Garland, the girl who loved the island more than anybody else, drew her last breath in my arms, the arms of the person who despises it the most. I'll never forgive the church. I wonder whose ears my sky-piercing roar managed to reach. Can't scream. I don't. I wonder if there's any point in mourning the dead in this godless world. I don't know anything at all. But then why? Why is this so heart-wrenching? A voice. A voice is calling for me. Something drips into my face. A teardrop? I get up and look around. It's the plaza in front of the church, which I'd seen so many times before. It hurts, Sina. I teared Ina away from my clothing, which she's been rubbing her face against. So I'm still alive? Somehow, I guess. Her face is spattered with tears, snot, and soot. Just a few meters away is a smoldering pile of timber and... a humanoid object of some sort, charred black. The moment my eyes look onto it, my memories come flooding back. And so I used up all my strength to crawl away from the fire? What? So she was awake when I left. Sorry I made you worry again.
心配なんかしてないよ。怒ってるんだよ、私。セツナが嘘ばっかりつくから。謝っても許さないよ。もう一生許さないからね。
She seems pretty worked up. Well, I suppose it's impossible to stay calm in this situation. You go on, Nina. People will come back shortly. If they see you helping me, they'll come after you too. Swallow my words. Her voice is sharp enough to cleave the heavens.
私は刹那と一緒なの。ずっとずっと。お尋ね者でも嘘つきでも浮気者でも。
That's right. You're kind to stop at nothing.
ほら、行くよ。ちゃんと立って。
Okay, where are you planning to go anyway?
決まってるよ。
Nina pulls me along as she forges ahead.
世界を救う場所に。だよ。
The workshop. To the Eye Rangers, the Islander. Hell yeah. What are we going to do? Two of us turn to look at each other, our voices hushed. The guards stationed for inspection at the stairs leading down to the tower lower strata during the day are still there. They already know my face and name. It would be hard to sneak past right under their noses. And if we stay here, it'll only be a matter of time till they find us. Nina, you hide around here for the time being.
ダメ。
He squeezes my hand and reflects. Don't worry so much. I'm just going back to the plaza to fetch something I left behind. I'll be done in no time.
もう騙されないよ。刹那の言うことは絶対に信じないんだから。
Jeez.
だから絶対に話さないよ。
I'll end up hating you if you don't cut it out.
最初から好きじゃないくせに。
Huh. So, if you get it.
分かってるからだもん。だから話さないんだもん。
Jeez, come on. It's not like this is easy for me either. Didn't want to see her. Didn't want to see. I can't read. I didn't want her to see if I could help it, but there's no other way. Fine, let's go together.
刹那、大丈夫？
Yeah, I'm better now.
でもまだ顔色が。
Are we gonna use the lift somehow? Never mind that. If you found it,
これでしょ？
you're pretty unaffected.
見慣れてるから。
I see.
行こう。これでリフトが使えるよ。
Yep. Did we get the whatever? Probably a pass or some kind. I forget what it was. What they used from her. Wow. Oof. God damn. This is a few minutes later. We're swaying about in a tiny compartment. The lift solely for church business, which I rode with Sada so many times. Just as I thought, they hadn't expected us to use the lift. There were no guards to be seen at the lift's entrance. Looks like we'll be able to make it down to the third stratum unscathed at this rate. The problem is what comes after. You really plan to stick with me, huh? I'm wanted by the church. Sticking by me means.
分かってるよ。
How are you going to explain this to Nervan?
大丈夫。家を出てくるとき、おじいちゃんも認めてくれたから。刹那を探しに行くって言ったら反対されたから、無理やり出て行こうとしたら、二度と帰ってこなくていいって。
Oof, that's no approval.
私がいると、おじいちゃん迷惑だし。
What are you saying? Nervan's just bad with words. He's always putting you first.
そう。おじいちゃんはいつも私優先。ご飯も私に多めにくれるし、もっと楽な仕事があるのに、私のためにわざわざ危ない仕事を続けてる。
I see. So that's how she considers herself to be a bother to him? It's natural to take good care of family.
そう。家族だから大切にしなきゃいけないの。
Didn't mean it that way.
じゃあ、刹那は？
What?
刹那は私のこと迷惑？
Lina has treated me like family since the day we met. That was the excuse she came up with to look after me, but what are we to each other really? Who is she to me? Sada showed me the path I should take. Wonder if I'm able to follow it. Wonder if I can overcome the past just like Sada had.
刹那は私がいなければいいのにって思ってる。
Maybe this is a good time to do it. Maybe it's time I took the next step. I'd have gone crazy long ago if I didn't have you. Nothing to do but admit it. I need you. The time we spent describing our modest dreams was a peaceful time for me. I was able to believe the invisible, intangible things without question. Just like I did on that day. It It's just that, Rine. It's nothing but a pale imitation. You said so yourself, Rine. The first time is the real deal. In which case, the entire time we spent together is a sham.
いいの。最後まで言わなくていいの。
Rina smiles from ear to ear.
私はセツナについていくよ。セツナが必要としてくれる限り、ずっとね。
That smile makes my heart skip a beat, or at least it feels that way. It could just be my imagination, though. The door is open. That's just how... That just now could have been a heartbeat, or it could have been the lift jerking to a stop. I don't know anymore.
行こっか、セツナ。
Rina takes my hand and walks off in high spirits. First she tells me that I'm all she needs, and later she's content with my half-assed confession. Hey Rina, what is it you're hoping for? How far are you saying you'll go with me? Having arrived at the workshop successfully avoiding the guards, we fell asleep next to Karin. Three abreast? What does that mean? What the heck does that mean? Side by side. Okay. That makes sense. I guess. I don't know where that word comes from. My back throbs with increasing pain every time I turn to my sleep. Isn't it in the other world where Setsuna also had back pains and he had a scar on his back? What surprised me is that was Karin's indifference upon hearing Sada's death. Also, she didn't have anything to eat yet, did she? I thought the two of them bonded at least a little, but maybe that wasn't the case. Or rather, people in this world don't have time to mourn every single death. It's the kind of world Rina and Karin have been living in all this time. We might be in a safe place now, but who knows when it'll come under threat. With my nerves being on edge the whole time, the smallest sounds make me jump, which pulls me out of my reverie. Rina, no answer. Instead, I hear peaceful, regular breaths beside me. And its sound just now was... It's already dawn, huh? The sun is about to peek out beyond the horizon. That's a really fast sunrise, and it's super white. Like curtains being drawn back, the sunlight shines down the snowy plains. There we go. Well, you know.
いろいろあったからな。たった一日で何もかも変わっちまった。まさに革命だよ。
Three of the church's key figures have died. Neo Avalon is no more, and I became a fugitive.
こんなの誰も望んでねえってのによ。
That's how it goes. It never ends how anyone wants it to.
ま、そういうもんなのかもしれねえな。だってどっかの誰かが望んだ結果じゃ不公平だもんな。
Quick to throw in the towel, huh?
今もグースか眠ってる誰かさんよりはな。
She should just face the truth already.
あんたって意外ときついこと言うのな。
I'm just saying this for her sake. It goes without saying it would be better if she didn't cling onto false hope.
けど、そうやって最後まで諦めなかったやつが望みを叶えちまうんじゃねえか。
What you say some pretty cheesy stuff. Adding a different paying role. Sure, whatever, Farron.
私はこう見えて結構夢見がちな方だからさ。
If other staff members agree, then sure. I know, otherwise you wouldn't think of something as far-fetched as defying the church, would you?
うるせえな。いいじゃねえか。
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
あんたマジで性格終わってんな。つうか私に当たんな。
What? It's not like there's anybody left.
急に告白まがいの発言もやめろ。気持ち悪いから。あんたのパートナーはリンネだろ。ちげえのか。ああ、もう私が悪かったよ。ほら、優しくしてやっからすねんなすねんな。
That was the last straw for me and for Karin.
うぜえ。人は死ぬんだよ。生きるってことは綺麗事じゃねえんだよ。私たちがやってんのは戦いなんだよ。そうだよ。アイランドの治安を乱してんのは私たちだよ。 私たちがいなければんなことにはならなかったのかもしんねえよ。けどみんなが手を取り合って仲良くなんてな世界ありえねえだろ。あったら嘘だろ。嘘を本当にするためには戦うしかねえだろ。争うしかねえだろ。他にどうしろってんだよ。最初から諦めてりゃいいのか、それとも最後まで諦めなけりゃいいのか。私にはどっちも無理だよ。私は普通だからな。普通の人間には適当に頑張ってどっかで諦めるしかねえんだよ。誰もそれでいいなんて言ってくれねえよ。褒めてくれねえよ。認めてくれねえよ。
Can I pet your head, please?
みんなそうやって生きてんじゃねえか。
Karin yells at no one in particular. She screams in a world of death, buried in the snow. Just shouting for someone to help her, for someone to save her from this desolate place.
私だってな。
If there's an ocean at the edge of this snowscape, and beyond that lies an infinite future,
もっとやれんだよ。もっとでけえ夢叶えられんだよ。
I'm sure she would instigate a revolution that unlocks the secrets of the world.
けどここじゃどうしようもねえよ。こんな終わっちまった場所じゃ。
Karin's words come to a sudden halt, almost like she's forgotten how to breathe.
刹那
She points at the sun, her finger quivering.
刹那見ろ。
What Karin's actually pointing at isn't the sun, but something sparkling below the horizon.
海だ。
You sure about that? It's so beautiful, it has her
おと
captivated.
ぎ話の通りだ。キラキラ輝いてて、ゆらゆら揺れてて、それから
So mysterious, probably like nothing she's ever seen before.
本当だったんだ。刹那が見たっていう海は本当にあったんだ。
So sublime, like nothing I've ever encountered before.
じゃああの海の向こうには聖地が、理想郷が。
Sure is. But
ほら、何してるんだよ、刹那。行ってみようぜ。
no.
違う？だってあんなに近くに海が、ほら。
She's wrong. It may look a lot like the real thing, but it's not the ocean, I know. That's a mirage. What I do know extremely well is the mirage you see on the asphalt during the summer heat haze. It's a phenomenon where the speed of light through the air creates a false image. The ground surface heats up in the sun, causing a difference in temperature. With the patch of air above it, it's an inferior image. This isn't quite the same, however. A superior image is when you see the ground surface is chilled to extreme temperatures from the winter snow or summer storm. The horizon appears to sway and spark. What just disconnected? Hello, computer? It better not blue screen now. Hopefully everything's still okay. Windows sound. Well, I guess it's fixed then. Yes, okay, Windows, thank you. What the hell was that? Okay. The horizon appears to sway and sparkle, giving the illusion that a faraway island is rising up from the skyline. There are only few regions which meet the requirements for this phenomenon to occur, so it's often said to be the work of a witch. Or to call it by its other name, Fata Morgana. It's an illusion. There won't be anything even if we make it there. Maybe someone saw the same thing long ago. Maybe an illusion of the ocean suddenly appeared far across the snowy plain, and that gave birth to the legend of the witch in the holy land of Avalon. Everything's a lie. Even the ocean Setsuna saw is just an illusion.
幻？けど、ほら、あそこに見えて。
Take another look. It's already gone. It's a miracle of a natural phenomenon that only lasts for a few seconds. Once the conditions fail to be met, the illusion shatters.
じゃあ、聖地は？
It doesn't exist. It never even existed to begin with. We can't trust anything in this world. Things which are invisible and intangible may as well not exist, and sometimes it's not even worth believing in things that do appear before our eyes.
じゃあ、私は何のために戦ってたんだよ。
Karin roars at the sun. Someone once wished for the sun to disappear, long ago. I do too. The sun always gives people false hope, indulging us with honeyed illusions. Well, the sun also, helps our circadian rhythms work, and, you know, kind of keep us working. But okay. So I wish it would just disappear. I wish I could just smash the sun to pieces and shut it behind a veil of darkness for all of eternity. That wouldn't be so great. It would also not just I'm forgetting the most obvious thing is that, you know, we'd be freezing to death. I'm sure I saw a video on like what happens to the Earth when the sun disappears. Could even have been a Vsauce video, but I'm not sure. But it ain't good, you know. So I'm gonna end it here for today. And destroying the sun is cool. Fuck off. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll probably continue tomorrow. See you later.